Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I am blessed to be joined today by the international music, reggae, and dancehall artist, KYENIE King. Hey, KYENIE, how are you, brother?
Bless the love, Johnny. Yeah, man. Pleasure to be here with the man. Much respect.
Oh, respect to you,
Yes, sir.
man. I also am honored to have you and looking forward to learning all about your journey as a music artist, KYENIE. But first, is it okay if we tune into your track, Let Love Lead the Way?
Most definitely, Bridget. Most definitely. Check it
Lesson
out.
love. All right,
Yes,
everybody,
sir.
let's tune in now to KYENIE King and Let Love Lead the Way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love will save the day.
Whole world is crying. Who will dry the tears? Children are dying. No one seems to care. They're fighting for world power as the hours drawing near. Crumbling tower bombs are showered through the air. I find it rather strange how we're living in these days. Too much hearts are filled with rage. It's time to turn another page and let love lead our way. Let love lead our way. Only love can save the day. Love can save the day. Just let love lead our way. Let love lead our way. Only love can save the day. Love can save the day. While they sing about rings and blings and cars, gun kill, leave wounds and scars, police brutality. Look like the world knows its sanity. We're all interconnected but so separated. In God they trust, but them heart full of hatred, religion, division, corruption, greed pollute the air that we breathe. But better must come, better day must come. A better day will come, yes, better day will come. If we let love lead our way, let love lead our way. Only love can save the day. Love can save the day.
Love will
Just
save
let
the
love lead
day.
the way. Let love lead the way.
Let love
Only
lead
love
the
can save the
way.
day. Love can save the day.
Beautiful, KYENIE. Great to share your music with everybody. Thank you, brother.
Yes,
Can,
sir. Yes,
can,
sir.
can you
Much
can you
respect.
tell me now, like, where are you from originally, and how did you first get involved in becoming a music artist?
Well, I was born in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, Jamaica. The Garden Parish of the Bob Marley's, the Burning Spears, and the Bob Marley Burning Spear. You know, um, so much great the Marcus Garveys. So personally, I feel like you know rebel was embedded in my DNA. I grew up between St. Anne and St. Mary. And I travel all over the island. And the music for me started at an early age. I would say, but didn't identify and recognize it until I was probably like 17,
Uh-huh.
14, 17, 18, because growing up, I was always an entertainer. I was drawing and painting and, stunts on bicycle, skateboards. I was like that
Cool.
multi-talented kid.
Yeah.
And in high school growing up, we always into competitions, going to talent shows and stuff like that. But, when I was in high school, I met up with a guy, a producer, the first producer who took me to the studio called Yellow Kid, you know, and I recorded a song called Message in the Music, Entertainers Don't Abuse It. So while in the studio, while in the studio downtown Kingston, the the engineer said, "This is your first time in a studio?" I'm gonna say, "Yeah, man, it's the first time recording a song." He said, "Well, don't you ever stop doing what you're doing." you know. So
Beautiful,
that was
man.
great motivation for me. And I was singing in my community, going to the talent shows and stuff like that, just singing for the girls and stuff like that. But I always have this sense of purpose. Like if I'm painting and drawing, I'm an exhibitionist, I would say, because I was a shy kid growing up, you know. And when I'm drawing, I always like people watching me and stuff like that. But when I'm on a stage, just like everything just break out. I just feel free. I used to write poems and stuff like that. And a friend of mine, Smokey, he was an artist since I was a kid too, but he was with the Beanie Mans and growing up. He's the ghetto superstar, you know.
Right.
And he was performing in the community one time, and he called me on the stage, and I sing a song called "Guide Us While We Trod, Protect Us from Harm." Right, the time I'm doing more reggae dancehall style, and you know, and the people went crazy, you know, and this vibration come over me, say, you know, so this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, for real, you know. I feel it in me, you know, and back and forth over the island, going to talent shows, owning my craft and stuff, you know, doing reggae dancehall. People always comparing me to other artists and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I wanted to do something different.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
you know, to differentiate myself. And being on the North Coast, I'm always performing perform my talent shows, and in the hotel system. I used to go to the hotels, go dance. My family work in the hotels, so I used to dance and go to the hotels and sing with the band at the hotels and stuff, you know.
Sure.
And you know, I dreamt I was playing the guitar. And I just picked it up. A friend of mine, while going to high school, a producer gave me a guitar. I used to borrow my friend guitar. There's a elder in the community,
Uh-huh.
Omar. Yeah, Kumar. He plays the guitar, Rastaman, you know. So I
Cool.
used to borrow his guitar, and I used to go to the seaside or the riverside, just strum it, just brum, brum, you know, don't have a clue what I'm doing. And I dreamt I was playing the guitar one night, and I picked up the guitar playing, and I played a tribute to Bob Marley. I wrote a song called "Always on My Mind," a tribute to Bob Marley.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
I've been going back. I went to the ocean, and I just played the song for the whole day, just playing the song. And
Thank you, man. I love these inspirations, brother. You know, there's no,
yeah, it's a
no,
crazy journey, because like recapping and I didn't even know. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm just experimenting, you know, like feel like what's in me. I'm just like trying to experiment with. And a friend of mine showed me how to play "No Woman No Cry."
oh,
The
no.
same day, the same day the same day I woke up playing that one little song, right? And he taught me how to play "No Woman No Cry" on the guitar, and I started playing "No Woman No Cry." But as soon as I started singing, my fingers would stop working, you know. So I had to get
Couldn't keep up.
that
Yeah,
coordination going, you know. So
right.
I practiced that, and I had them two songs, "No Woman No Cry" and my tribute to Bob Marley, you know, because Bob Marley's been an influence on my music, you know.
Of course.
And and from that day on, you know, I started spending more time with the guitar, walking around. A producer, 14K at the time, bought me a guitar. I did an album called TLC as a teenager, right? So it didn't make the light, didn't see the light of day, but you know, growing through my music. So I practiced my No Man No Crying. I practiced the Bob Marley songs, but then other songs started coming to me, because I still, up to this day, I still didn't learn to play the guitar. I just play what come to me naturally. You know,
Sure.
I just play what come to me naturally. So um, migrated to the States. You know, my dad always lived in New York, and moved to the States and still pursuing my music career. You know, and start going to the
Amazing.
talent shows.
What
Start
a
going to the talent shows from Queens to Brooklyn to Bronx, all over the place. You know, just
oh,
venturing out on the train, going to studios, doing my thing. And I remember going to a studio in Brooklyn called Rough Stuff Studio, and they had like a talent show going on and stuff. So I entered the talent show. They had Ed Robinson as a judge, a couple more people as Derek Barnett, one of the craziest bass player in the world, as judges. So I came second. I came second in the talent show, um, to a guy named Mr. Cool. He was like doing covers of Gregory Isaac songs and stuff like that, you know. So I came in second place and stuff. And, you know, I linked with Ed Robinson studio, started going to Ed Robinson studio there. You know, we didn't do any professional recording, but I get to learn, I get to meet other artists coming there, done one studio in New York, you know. But I'm the guy, people can't pronounce my name, but they're like, yo, you don't know the youth with the guitar, man, the youth with the guitar, you know. So they still, but when I do dance, when I'm on the dance hall and reggae beats, and compare me to other artists also, you know, and not great artists, but don't not, I'm not knocking, but I always feel like I have this special and this unique kind of vibe where like, you know, I'm different, you know, I don't do what they do. So I spend more time with the guitar, owning my craft, and I put dancehall way back to the side burner, you know, just
Right.
pursuing and owning my own craft, you know, and you know, just develop who I am as an artist, and the message it just come to me like in my dreams. The songs come to me in my dreams, and they come to me like meeting people on my journey and having conversations. You know, I get to I remember like taking the train from Queens to Brooklyn to studio, coming back. I meet people in the street, homeless people, you know, people going through rough times, and they'll see me and like, you know, the conversation will start. Is that a guitar? Yeah, man, it's a guitar. You play it? Yeah, I'll play some, you know. And then they'll just tell me the whole story. Conversation start, and they start pouring their story on me, you know. And you know, I go home with their story in my mind, and I dream about it, and their struggle, and I write songs about it. So I realize, start going in my purpose more and more, because I get to take their stories and make a song that relate to other people that everyone can relate with. So I started realizing more and more the power that the music has, you know, even though I always knew it, but I started owning who KYENIE was then, you know. And
Right, brother. Well, there's so many
yeah,
things that I want to relate to about your expression, about your journey. You know what I mean? First of all, coming from Jamaica is such a sacred island, and you've had so many inspirations as far as the talent that pours out of there. You mentioned a few with Bob Marley and Burning Spear. And it's interesting how you truly had a divine calling in a way through dreams and also through just a personal passion to want to explore playing the guitar, performing. It takes some courage in essence to put yourself out in front, especially among others, so many talented performers, artists that are in Jamaica whom you've had the opportunity to play with and among, and also to be inspired by some of those others that rooted you on, man, saw your talent,
yeah,
man, get out there and do it. That's
yeah, man.
really powerful, brother. You're very blessed, man. But well,
Give
I'll
that,
tell
man.
you, even in listening to your track, Let Love Lead the Way, you're capturing themes in your music, you know what I mean, that are commentary about what's happening today and some of the challenges and oppressions that continue and trying to, in essence, change the frequency of a lot of the anger, I think, and violence, you know what I mean, that so pervades throughout the world. And so I think your message is so important, KYENIE, and for you to actually create your own authentic frequency, your own style, even though you've had great inspirations of other artists and talents. Now you're really emerging with your own delivery and your own messaging, and it's making a big impact, I will tell you. In fact, when you put
Yeah.
together that video for Let Love Lead the Way, you know, obviously there's a storyline that includes, right? And so
Yeah.
what inspired some of the actual creation around the video?
Wow. We have a lot to talk about, because you see, the journey, what I'm grateful for this journey, like I never get weary on this journey, because when you have a calling and you have a purpose in life, you know, nobody can do it for you. It's up to you. You have to you have to carry that cross, whatever it is, you understand? So,
Indeed.
um, so, um, so 2017, when I did my release in California, and performed with a friend of mine, Tafari, with the band, and I'm like in California, I want to venture out there,
Yeah,
you
buddy.
know. So start doing a little circuit, you know, going around. I went to a place called Los Globos with some friends of mine, and I met up with I call him my uncle. He's a Jamaican veteran musician, club owner, promoter and stuff. Uncle Saya. So I met him, and it was so crazy. I was with my friend Tafari, Itimo, um, Danaway Rock, and Key. So four of us walking, looking like a band,
Yeah.
like a crazy band. Everybody just looked different, like a wild band, you know. And Uncle like, I don't fuck with Jamaicans, bro. And I'm like, at that time, I'm like, I don't fuck with them either. Yeah. and we became automatical uncles and nephew right there,
Instant
you know.
friends, yeah. Yeah.
And so So he was showing me because he owns clubs and manages clubs in LA. He was showing me the rope and stuff. He was interested in my sound. It's like something unique about the sound. It's like not only you give me open Jamaica again, you give me open humanity. And like, wow, that's a really super compliment that brought tears to my eyes, And he hooked me up with a couple of shows. I get to open for Burna Boy. I get to open for Alpha Rosie, and I did little acoustic sets, and I keep on moving around. So come 2019, it was coming up to Thanksgiving. He invited me to a Thanksgiving party at the studio. I'm like, man, I don't do Thanksgiving, bro. I don't really celebrate them things. I don't do holidays. But something in my spirit was just like, go check it out. And everybody from the crew, everybody's going to the parties, and I'm like, I should go to this party, but man, I don't do this Thanksgiving thing, man. I don't want to go against my word and go against but my spirit calling me, right? So I'm like, you know what? I call up a friend of mine. I'm like, you going to the party? Yeah, we go over there. I'm like, all right, I'm going. So I went over there. I followed the spirit, and I went, and I met Omar. Water the Plants. It was Water the Plants studio. We ended up, and they having this get together and stuff. And when Uncle introduced me to the guy, he introduced himself as Omar Goodness. I'm like, I hug him. I'm like, I fucks with Goodness every time, bro.
That's cool, bro.
And that was sealed. We there. We had a good time. We talked. We reasoned. We started playing some music, and I played "Let Love Lead the Way" for him. And other musicians was there too, and it went crazy. And we were like, we have to do, like, we got to do something together, And that was a bond built right there. That was a bond built right there where I'm like, it's only magic, because here we are. I was going against myself, not want to go, and like I would have missed out on this opportunity. So it's like, I'm interested in doing something with you, I'm interested in doing something with you. I'm like, I'm interested too, We had Bobby Castro in the studio. I forgot what the other singer name was. He plays the accordion,
Oh, cool.
right? So we sat in the studio, start working on the song. Bobby Castro started singing, started playing the guitar. We in the studio working on this project. And OG was like, we gotta get Wise Intelligent on this song, I'm like, bro, but the song is nice with just the way it is, because I had the song for a few years before meeting up with him, and I'm like, but it's nice with Bobby Castro on it, singing rapping in Spanish and flipping it in English, and I was digging the vibes. And it's like, Wise Intelligent is my friend. I'd love to get him on this track. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it, And when he sent Wise Intelligent the song, and he sent it back the vocals, I was like, oh man, this is like, this is a magic one right here,
Great.
So we there, the old Floyd Mayweather, what's his, the Black Lives Matter movements was going on.
George Floyd.
George Floyd was, all of this going on, and we do some footage and make this video, and we was trying to release it. And I guess it wasn't the right timing also. There was a lot of chaos going on too. And we gel this music up, and we said, we're gonna work on this project. We're gonna work on an EP. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? Let's work on 3 EPs together, right? And the EPs, the remedy, the healing, the cure, right? It's a 3P. It's a trilogy, and it's a 3P. So we're getting ready to drop the healing. The remedy's out right now, so we're getting ready to drop the healing soon. So we're just promoting the remedy right now, and it's so magnificent where when you put, thought process and purpose, and Water the Plants just resonate with me, because the whole purpose of watering the plant is planting the seed, watering it, grow, nurturing the seeds, and that's what they do at Water the Plants. They develop artists. I'm not the only artist that they're working with. They have other artists that they're working with too. Build them and let them go, open that with the intention of we doing the same thing, like we were saying, helping one
right.
and washes the other, and
Raise the
help
frequency,
building
right?
society. Yes,
Yes,
and
brother.
with a name like Water the Plant is like it's so resonated with me, and
Natural.
I'm all in. I went all in. I went all
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, you guys were really iron sharpening iron, and you've created something that has a living legacy, and it basically is a message that will always endure and needs to be brought forth, through your music. It's really making an impact. So I appreciate that. Now, speaking of your
I,
music, how can people find your music, Kayeni? Where are you located in the social media realms?
we're on this. We're on Spotify. We're on the music's up on Spotify. Kayeni King, and also the all the social platforms. Facebook Kayeni King, KY-ENIE KING,
Yeah.
and YouTube. And I love the people them to subscribe to the YouTube channel KY-ENIE KING. Water the plants also. Water the plants at YouTube. Where the videos are. We have great videos coming at you. More videos coming at you also.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Long life, King.
And Instagram, yeah, we got and Instagram, TikTok, they all Kayeni. Yeah, all of them. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, all of them
Yeah,
Kayeni
cool.
King. Yeah.
Well, we listen. What we'll do is after our interview, we're going to post the social links that you have below the interview so people can discover you. But we're also
Oh, nice.
looking forward to you being on the Phoenix 360 app as well, so fans can see.
Yes, most definitely. We gotta log on to the Phoenix. Yes, yes.
Absolutely, bro. And listen, we're going to be following your progress. Now, can you tell me, a lot of times these struggling artists are having challenges, commercially trying to make a living doing their art. Is there anything that you might inspire them with in terms of, you know, having just to be persistent and to continue? What would you say to them?
Yeah, be persistent. Believe in what you're doing. Number one, I would say first you gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
If you don't love what you're doing, then you're gonna be unhappy doing it. And for me, music has been not just a scapegoat from, it's a purpose. And for me, it it heals me when the songs them come and I'm writing the songs, because I can't even say I write the songs because the inspiration them come to me, and
Yeah, it's like
it's
Holy Spirit. Yeah.
yeah, like a spirit, out of the ether come to me, and I'm writing them with the intention of healing somebody. I'm opening these songs, heal somebody, touch somebody in that way. And the crazy thing, when I discovered it, that's what even gave me more greater sense of purpose when I'm writing it. It's healing me also. I'm like,
Yes, bro.
oh, this is the
That's
impact. This is the
high.
impact I wanted to have on others. So it's so mystical, magical. Words can't describe it. It's a feeling, because when I pick up the guitar and I hear a track and I'm writing on a song, I told a producer one time that this is my soul in the song. Like, you don't take it for granted. Don't when I jump and if my spirit can't be in it, I'm not gonna be on the track. No matter how mad the track is, or how powerful. If my spirit can't be it, if I can't pour myself heart and soul in it, then I'll just pass upon it. Our next opportunity will come. So
Hey,
that's how I look at it.
that's beautiful, brother. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it really authentic also. And that also it's feeding your soul as well as it's healing other souls. So we're gonna definitely follow your
We
progress.
call it
Yes,
we,
bro.
we, we, we call it the remedy. We call it the antidote. 'Cause it's like an injection,
Yes.
like
Yes,
a
the antidote.
counteraction to what's going on.
That's right.
One of my crazy experiences, like with even the gangsters like love the music. The
Okay, let's
crazy, like,
go.
because it's a healing process. And can I share a story with you
Yeah, bro,
real
go.
quick?
Yeah.
So I was in New York City. I link up with Shaggy's them label for a few years. I work with Big Yard, Robert Livingston, and Shaggy label for a few years. So while in New York and I'm working there, I I've been going around, people taking me to LA Reid, taking me to Missy Elliott them. I have a friend of my old manager, Ken Bernard at the time. I had a cousin taking me to all of these people, Salt and Pepper, all of them. Everybody loved the music, but nobody knows. They're trying to place it in a box, like, oh, it's nice, but where are we gonna place it? So my manager at the time, Ken Bernard, gave me either 500 to $800, somewhere around there, to
Okay.
go to Jamaica to produce the music, you know. And I don't know what I'm doing as a producer. I don't know what I'm doing. He just gave me $800. I bought ticket. plane ticket to Jamaica. My brother used to work with UB40 because UB40 used to live up the street in Boscobel from me. So I'm
Cool.
familiar with some of the engineers and stuff too. So I went to Jamaica. I link up with one of the producers, them engineer them, and I'm like, bro, I have this song. I want to produce it. I'm playing my guitar. I want to hear some flutes in it. I want to do this. I want to do that. And bringing some musicians to playing my guitar, and they falling up. And I'm watching my music come to life. It was like watching my kids be born, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm watching this come to life. So I produced 3 songs: "Wings of an Angel," a song called "Rain," and a song called "Deep Waters." Right?
love them.
"Wings of an Angel" had become like my anthem. It's a girl song. It become an anthem. You know, song never released, but the video was out, making a big impact. So when I linked up with Big Yard, we released it through Big Yard VP, right? Okay, I'm at the studio. No, MySpace dying out, Facebook coming in and stuff. So I linked up. I'm at the studio and I link up with Derek Barnett, and I'm like, yo, can you come play on this track for me? You know, he came through, play on this track for me. He said to me, you know, they're releasing the Shatters movie. They're releasing the Shatters movie in movie theaters. Man, no, Shatters been out. Everybody knows Shatters underground, the most bootleg movie ever. I'm like, all right. He said, you should link up the director. He's a cool guy. I'm like, I know him. I met him before. He used to manage a friend of mine named Nicky Silk in Jamaica. So, you know, I reached out to him on social media. He hit me back with a number and I called him. And he's like, I'm like, you know, I'm from Ocheria side, you know, I know Nicky Silk. And like, oh yeah. He said, I'm looking at sad song for the movie. I'm like, yeah, I have a song called Rain. He said, yeah, man, that's the one I want. I'm like, okay, all right. I don't know. It's a demo. It's a demo, right? It never finished producing. It's a demo. So you never hear the song. So I sent him the song. It's like, oh my God, this is what I need. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. Boom. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go record it. He said, no, man, that is the way I want it, just the way it is right now. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? That song became the #1 soundtrack on that movie to this day. It's been one of my biggest accomplishments so far, right?
That is
So,
beautiful, man.
so the magic of the movie. So when the movie out now, you know, movie out and doing the thing, I started getting a lot of emails, a lot of comments from my Instagram,
A lot of response. Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah, a lot of response. So the first one was from Africa. This girl hit me up, telling me her boyfriend got killed in a drive-by, and it's my music that saved her life.
Oh,
She looked up the credit on the Shatters movie. He said he's always buying the Jamaican movie, so she watched it. She looked up the movie, found my name, and she found me on social media. And we were messaging for a good while. You know, she said my
yeah.
music saved her life, and right there it hit me like, this is what it is. Like, this is exactly what it is. And then the messages them start coming from all over. Young kids, teenage kids going through their problem, thinking about suicide. Is like,
That's
your
right.
music
Suicide.
saved my life. And I didn't even realize it when a friend of mine hit me up with the YouTube channel with the person who had the movie clippings up with the song. And I'm reading, because I never used to go on social media and read comments and all of that. And when I saw the comment, it brought tears to my eyes. You know, even to this day, the impact that song have. You know, how many years I did that song as a teenager, pretty much. You understand? So the
Yes,
impact that it had on people's life, you know, really spark a fire in my soul. That, you know what, this is the right decision I made when I said I'm choosing music, choose to do music, because I couldn't do what I'm doing, like on a daily basis, to impact people the way that I do, you know,
KYENIE, it's
without the music.
such a beautiful affirmation that you got from the woman in Africa. And, you know, I even think about, you know, your own magnetism when you described ultimately, you know, walking down the street with your guitar and you know, people gravitate to you, man, and are curious. And and when they leave you, they're different. Their whole kind of fabric of their energy field has now just been enlightened. So
Yeah, man.
this is what it's all about, brother. And that's why I'm so
Yeah,
happy that you're
man.
going to be on our app. And I'm so happy.
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy that we got to able to hook up, man. This has really been my honor. I want everyone to tune into the social media links you find below for KYENIE King and look for his rise on FENIX360. And brother, blessings and respect, man.
Blessings and respect every time, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Every
Much
time,
respect.
KYENIE.
Every
All right?
time.
Peace, my
Peace,
brother.
blessing, one love.
And just say a child shall go forth in need. A young prince, lead out.
And as I rise, Prince Salim, yeah, gotta make a move. And as I rise this morning, I have to give thanks. I'm up and I'm yawning. I'm blessed, I'm never stressed. As I rise this morning, I have to give thanks. It's the crack of the dawn and I'm blessed, I'm never stressed.
Sure
No,
feels
no.
good when you wake up and know you're alive. Watch the sun coming up above the mountainside. Not a problem, no stress, got no doubt inside. To the globe I shout out the love that's inside of me. Nature is perfect, so I give Jah glory. No matter how heavy the load be, I sail the storms, the floods never drown me. No, and it's only Jah knows my story.
And as I rise this morning, I have to give thanks. I'm up and I'm yawning. I'm blessed, I'm never stressed. As I rise this morning, I have to give thanks. It's the crack of the dawn and I'm blessed, I'm never stressed. No, no.
Inhale, exhale, I give thanks for the breath of life. Some want you feel when you are shining a better light. If they didn't know Jah, then they would know life. They seek out and do wrong when equally knows right. Some souls are in darkness and they'll never know light. I know like they don't know their purpose in
When
life.
them set them trap, we never yet fall feet. Even them a chat till them say Jah not sleep.